Hey girls and their cats, come on in. Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Perfect. Just in time.
I'm Pooja. I'm a commercial real estate lawyer, and this is my cat Gigi. I have another cat, Sybil, who's currently hiding, and she'll come out at some point, I'm sure. Gigi is 11. I think his energy is like much younger than that. And Sybil is like 4.5. I grew up with dogs, and I like considered myself a dog person through and through. Gigi was actually like what turned me into a cat person.
How did you get the name Gigi, or did he come with the name?
He came with the name Eugene. Gigi, though, comes from Kiki's Delivery Service. It's a Studio Ghibli film about a little witch with a black cat whose name is Gigi. And Sybil, I was just trying to avoid using the name Luna for a gray cat.
Oh my god, that is the most popular name for gray cat.
It is. So I went with like Greek mythology, but it's funny their names don't match their personalities because Sybil's like a very like elegant old lady kind of name, but her personality is she's a mess. She's skittish, she's silly, she's all over the place. Gigi is like a cute name and he's just like very posh. I got Gigi right after I graduated from college in 2014. I ended up rooming with a bunch of people. One of them decided to adopt a cat, and about a week into having him, she was like, I'm too allergic to this cat, and was considering giving him back to the ASPCA, and I was like, we can't do that. I had like bonded with him in that little week, and I was like, I'll take him. I don't know anything about cats, but he really turned me into a cat person. I think it helps because his personality is like very chill. As you could tell when you came in, he's very friendly. He'll just come up to anybody. Sybil came into the picture fall of 2020, so she was, I guess, a pandemic cat. We had been thinking about getting another cat at the time, and a friend of mine posted on her Instagram that her dad was trying to find a home for a little kitten because her dad lives outside of the city. He had like a shelter in his backyard for cats. He saw that there was like a little litter of kittens. He was like, let's find homes so that they survive the winter. So that's where I got her. She was a stray. We were really not sure how Gigi was gonna be because at this point he was like 6.5. So we did the thing where we separate the cats in different rooms. He was like intrigued. She was like in love with him, like just constantly in his face, wanting to play with him. And over time, he got used to her. Now they like play, chase each other around, they wrestle, he'll groom her, and then she'll try to cuddle with him, and sometimes he's like, you're in my personal bubble, and he'll just like get up and walk away. But other times he'll just like stay there. So he's come a long way. I actually feel bad that he was the only cat that I had for 6.5 years. I played with him all the time to make sure he was getting his energy out, he was staying active, but it's just not the same as having another cat.
In your journey to becoming a cat person, how did you teach yourself about cats?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I remember that first summer kind of just like trying to give him his space. How do I interact with this creature? Because they are very different from dogs. And I think because I gave him space, it helped us bond more. I have a little bit of an anxious attachment style. And I feel like he really helped me kind of like understand that like, okay, he might need space, but he'll come back. And I think that's just the same with every cat. Like, that's kind of how you have to be.
What was the most surprising thing you learned about cats?
This is actually kind of like my favorite cat fact, that basically they domesticated themselves. I love that. Like, dogs have been bred to work for us, to, you know, be our companions. Cats were just like, hey, you have food and shelter, and also you pet me, so I'll like hang out with you. They like actually chose us. They are very social. They just are like introverts. They just need some space sometimes, and you have to like respect their boundaries, just like you would respect any human being's boundaries. This is like my favorite wine bottle stopper. It goes like this, so it's like the cat's got his head stuck in. It just brings me so much joy. I love this thing.
Oh, I need that.
I have a very large collection of cat mugs. Most of these things that I have been gifted to me. I did not like buy any of these things. Oh, my sister got this one made for me. It's got Gigi in a bow tie. Here's another one. Here's another one. Yes. Here's another one. I think this might be the last one I have. My My friend also got me these really cute chopsticks that have Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service on them. My sister just got me this little pizza cutter.
Oh my gosh, a little mouse.
This is kind of art. I took these photos
Absolutely.
of the cats. I like to say that one looks like they're like in an indie band and that would be their album cover. I love this one because it's just her doing a silly thing, finding her in a silly position again. I use this second room as like my craft space. I painted this portrait of Gigi.
Oh my god.
I started this one of Sybil. It's not quite done, but I got pretty far before
Those are so good.
Thank you.
I would love to know, where do you keep your litter box?
Yes, it is over here, back in the living room. I have the very high-tech litter robot 4. I got this past August. I love it. Used to have 2 litter boxes for the both of them. Now I just have this one. They don't really get territorial over litter boxes at all, and since it cycles after every time they use it, it stays clean, so that's all I really need.
What kind of litter do you use?
I use this Arm & Hammer clumping. I think it does a decent job at odor control and like clumping, and I've never had an issue with it, so I've never tried anything else.
Okay, what is this fancy little device you have on it? Is it a camera?
It's a camera.
No way.
Okay, I got it because
You like to watch your cats
I
poop?
love to watch my cats, like my favorite thing. No. What I was doing a ton of research on the litter robot before I got it because it's like a very big investment. It's expensive. I ended up on various different Reddit threads about it, and something I kept on seeing was people like adding like a camera to their setup so that they could track like what's going on with their cats. Male cats especially, like my vet has also mentioned this, if they have trouble peeing, you have to take them to the ER. It could be life-threatening. So I just wanted to have a way to monitor that, and if something came up, I could at least go back to the videos and just see what's going on with them.
What kind of camera are you using?
It says Eufy, EUFY.
Okay.
I think this is another one that I just like Reddit recommended it and I got it on Amazon. I had to work very hard to jerry-rig this to this little system, but this comes with a stand and I had to like get it off the stand. It has like a ball and joint connection. Literally I sawed the stand like in half to like take it apart and attach it by the ball and joint to this. It was a whole process. Again, I would not have done that if I had not seen someone else on Reddit do it.
How about this litter mat? This looks pretty good.
Gigi, I don't know why. He'll like step on it to enter the litter box, but to exit, he'll always jump out diagonally. So inevitably, I still end up with litter over here. This definitely is in need of rejuvenating, but I was looking for a new scratcher. I was like, oh, cute, it's a palm tree. I actually got more sisal and a staple gun so that I can fix this at some point. I was just waiting for it to like get a little worse, which I think is probably at that point now. This is Gigi's favorite. I'll like leave it stuck there because he'll play with it on his own. Sybil's into the tunnels. We call her a burrowing cat, so she likes the tunnels. She likes to hide in things. She'll like sit in this nook too. She'll like throw this speaker out and like it'll end up on the floor and I'll know she was just hanging out in there.
It's clearly a cat nook. I don't know why the speaker's there.
Really, like I should just put some like blankets in there instead.
So I would love to know where her hiding spot is currently. Do you know?
Probably under my bed. Yeah, she's over here. I think when I bring the food out, she's very food motivated.
So what do you feed the cats?
Sybil will like eat anything in sight all the time. Gigi is a grazer, so he won't eat unless he's like hungry, which is once or twice a day. We can't leave food out for her because she'll just eat it all. So we got this for Gigi. Reads his microchip and it'll open up for him so he can access this at any time, and it's programmed specifically for him and it keeps it safe from her. And then for Sybil, we have a timed feeder. This is also from the whisker company that does a litter robot. I'm able to like use the app to like program how much food is going to dispense, how many times a day. I can check the app to see how full or not full this is. It'll give me a notification when it dispenses. Hers is just like regular like Purina. I used to give that to Gigi too, but he has like a food sensitivity. So he now eats this. It's a Hill's prescription diet for food sensitivities. I've canned wet food version of that and also the dry version because he can be finicky. Sometimes he likes one, sometimes he likes the other. I give him these True treats. This is specifically for hairball control because Gigi gets a lot of hairballs. And these actually work pretty well for him. I give this to him like maybe once a week or so. I try not to give it to him too much because I've read that like it can make their poop runny.
Oh, here we go. Is that good?
Here you go. Here's Sibby. Gigi gets more of it because it helps with his hairball control, and Sibby gets some on the side so she's not left out. I'll literally be like sitting here trying to eat. He'll try to get in my lap, and I'm like, I need to access my food. Or I'll be working and he will force himself onto my lap, and I'm like this trying to reach the keyboard and try to get him off, and then he'll come right back on. We can't agree on what we want.
I think they call that a Velcro cat.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what you are. I did not know that term. That's what you are.